Hey, this is Augie, Augie's Locker Room. When you come to the store, you're going to see things that you've probably never seen before unless you've been to a museum. Great items that go back to the Rockney era to the present. Website, augieslockerroom.com. Visit us here or the website.
Tim O'Malley with Tim Priester at our penultimate practice viewing of August camp. There's been a lot of viewings and not a lot of segments for us to view. And today was no different. Scout team, we now can really officially see who scout team members are, who made varsity. I would just clarify one thing that was kind of going around all the Notre Dame message boards. Ryan Barnes is a varsity member. I noticed him today in number 15. Everybody else pretty much stayed the same from what we saw on Monday.
Yeah, and you pointed this out the other day, Tim. Wide receivers, there's now 8 of them.
Yeah.
So when you see Xavier Watts and Tobias Merriweather not working with Stuckey as they break them in half, that means they now have enough receivers that they can split them in half, and Stuckey can work with the top guys. Of course, Merriweather is going to be right there. Colsey has the left knee brace. Some things he can do, some things he can't. He did do some of the individual drills. He didn't do any of the running or anything along those lines. So still some recovery time. Looks like Jaden Thomas is full go now.
And the defense is a lot healthier. The one injury note, I did see Aiden Kayanai running sprints when we were walking out, so that doesn't, obviously it has nothing to do with September, but it bodes well for November that we thought when he had ACL surgery he would be out for the year. He could probably return. I think I was able to discern just from all of the camp practices we've seen, and then today for preparation for game week, that Howard Cross will be the starting nose tackle for Ohio State, and Jacob Lacey is the backup defensive tackle for Ohio State. Now that will change pending opponent, but everything we've seen has been Howard Cross teamed with Jason Adamiola, and Smith was teamed with Jacob Lacey. So it's probably game plan specific, but that's something that we've seen over the 8 practices so far.
And things are looking up for the running back core. Logan Diggs, of course, still in the blue jersey. He did this little like semi backflip, front flip before things got started rolling. So I figured that's a really good sign to see Logan Diggs doing that. You see Chris Tyree, they're running sprints. They do it in 3 different groups inside. Yeah. With the linemen in group 3. So none of the offensive linemen finished up front there, but as expected, Braden Lindsey and Chris Tyree leading the way of the other 2 groups.
Saw a little special teams, and the reason I want to bring this up is I saw Maris Leofau running down with the ones in special teams and also full go on the sleds with the linebackers. So Maris Leofau looked no worse for the wear. He appears to be ready to roll. Could be much ado about nothing the whole time. It's the weirdest camp in the history of ramping someone up, that it was 100% and it took this long, but that's still good news. And on special teams, just in case you missed football Saturdays, Jordan Botello did get in a shoving match today in what was supposed to basically be not touching each other in a punt return drill.
Quarterbacks and running backs working on the mesh point. Quarterbacks, 2 of them throwing at the same time with man in motion and 4 guys running routes. To be perfectly honest, all quarterbacks looked very accurate throwing football today. It wasn't live. It was thrown to the tight ends against air, but they were all very accurate today.
There's one more thing to try to figure out. We'll have to do it tomorrow. It's who will be the starting safeties. I really don't know. From talking to Chris O'Leary, I don't think he's giving it away. And he did say it's going to be like a basketball. Hot hand stays in, but they're going to obviously got to be choosing someone for Ohio State. And he said that, kind of like nose tackle and defensive tackle, will be game plan specific. And that's all we had because we were in there for about 25 minutes. So we'll be back on IrishIllustrated.com with practice reports, and then we will talk to Gerard Parker and the tight ends tonight at IrishIllustrated.com.